and there's two sides to every story. So I hope that there's a meeting of the minds. I mean, I have my point of view on that, but I wish we could take it out and just get everybody back to work and get everybody paid like everybody else in the country wants to get on with it, right? Yeah, I think it'll definitely gets worse. I mean, as controllers start to take time off, I can only imagine they're not getting paid. So that affects travel. For example, going down to Jacksonville, those controllers have a tendency to take off and get overwhelmed. So that affects all the travel going south. I'm Republican, and I stand with that viewpoint. So I understand it, and it affects my wallet directly as well because I have to pay for my own health insurance. So Obamacare and all of that really has affected how much it costed me to purchase things. So I get it. I totally get it, and I get the other side too. But I just wish we could all come together and make it work.
It's a blame culture. That's all I can say. Nobody takes responsibility for anything. So it's a big mess, and we have to deal with it. Well, I was a little nervous, but it's a trip I have to take. I have a relative who's not feeling well, so can't let the circumstances stop me.
It really stinks that the government is affecting travel like this. Everyone deserves to, be able to go on their flights, go on their way, visit their families. The holidays are coming up, and if this continues, this is going to end up being a big problem.
Anyone in particular, any group that you think is responsible, or is it just the whole group of them? What do you think?
I just think it's everyone, and everyone needs to try to get along better, to try to do the best for everyone. Don't know if that's ever going to happen, though.
Well, they don't have a flight until Monday, so that's kind of a pain in the ass. I don't know what I'm allowed to say, sorry. But it's been relatively easy besides that. I was looking into my insurance because I purchased insurance. Maybe I could get reimbursed and, get a flight out sooner so I don't have to wait for 3 days. I definitely just want the shutdown to end. All the employees here not getting paid, I bet they're, pissed. And nobody's happy about it.
I'm traveling from LaGuardia, and I purposely got there very early and got on an earlier flight, afraid about this airspace and the slowdown of air traffic. But LaGuardia, it was very simple, very fast. Where I am concerned is returning on Sunday. I think it's going to be an issue. I think we're going to start seeing the slowdown, especially during the weekend. I'm shocked, and it is definitely a Republican shutdown. It's not the Democrats. I understand why they don't want to take all those people off, health and wellness and insurance. It's ridiculous.
So when I heard that the FAA was being proactive and asking, or telling the airlines that they wanted to reduce the capacity at 40 of the sort of busiest airports, my first reaction was this is probably smart to make sure that we are sort of managing the delays proactively and also doing it in a fair way. So I think the thing to keep in mind is that when the decision was made yesterday, it was the airlines as well as FAA at the table. So I think it's clear for all of us working in the airline industry that we would like to see the government reopen and this roadblock that's happening move forwards. But also working in aviation, I do want to emphasize that I think this is a safety first issue.
I mean, nobody want to travel and then you end up getting stuck. So that's definitely a concern for a lot of us, for sure.
I think the shutdown is terrible, and it's affected my travel in that I woke up this morning not knowing whether or not I could take my flight to California. Had the added difficulty of the airline flight or the airline website being down, and I couldn't determine whether I should even come to the airport. I'm here now and relieved that my flight is on time. I hope that Republicans will come to their senses and negotiate with Democrats to get the government open again, and that they stop all their nonsense and horrible cruelty to people and act decent and care for all the people in the United States.
Oh, and not so much concerns about our flights being cancelled, but more concerns about these poor people in America not being paid for the job that they're doing.
I think the government should reopen. This is an awfully long time to keep the government closed, and I don't understand if the Republicans have all three branches of government, they've got a trifecta, they just need to work this out.